This episode is brought to you by Essentia. A better you starts with better hydration. Essentia is on a mission to inspire people to do what matters most. Their proprietary ionization process transforms water from any source into ionized alkaline water, providing water that's 99.9% pure with a pH of 9.5 or higher. Essentia overachieving H2O, the #1 ionized alkaline water. Shop now.
Hello and welcome to Bytes of Health, where we hope to take a bite out of your parent worries each day with sound advice and guidance. Every morning, we'll answer a commonly asked pediatric question in 5 minutes or less. I'm Dr. Jess Steyer, a public health scientist, and today I am solo. Again, don't worry, I'll be bringing on more guests soon, but for now, you're stuck with me. Today, we are going to talk about ticks. The clock is ticking, no pun intended, so let's get to it. All right, why should I be concerned about ticks on my child? What diseases can they carry? Ticks can carry several diseases that can be harmful to children and adults, including, but not limited to, Lyme disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, ehrlichiosis, and babesiosis. These diseases can cause a range of symptoms, from fever and rash to more serious complications like joint pain, neurological problems, and even organ damage. How long does a tick need to be attached to transmit a disease? The risk of disease transmission increases the longer a tick remains attached. So for Lyme disease, it typically takes at least 24 to actually 48 hours of attachment for transmission to occur. However, other tick-borne diseases can be transmitted in a shorter amount of time. That's why it's important to check your child for ticks daily, particularly if you live in an area where ticks are common, like where I live in Western Massachusetts, especially after spending time outdoors. What's the best way to remove a tick from my child's skin? Use fine-tipped tweezers to grasp the tick as close to the skin surface as possible. Pull upward with steady, even pressure. Avoid twisting or crushing the tick, as this could release bacteria into the bite. After removing the tick, clean the bite area with rubbing alcohol or soap and water. Do all ticks carry diseases? No, not all ticks carry diseases. And even if a tick is infected, it doesn't necessarily mean your child will get sick. However, it's always better to err on the side of caution and take steps to prevent tick bites and remove ticks promptly. Should I send the tick in for testing after removing it? In most cases, it's not necessary to send a tick in for testing. However, if your child develops symptoms like fever, rash, or joint pain after a tick bite, consult your doctor. They may recommend testing the tick or your child for specific diseases depending on your location and risk factors. Please don't automatically panic. Know that Lyme disease, for example, it's a bacterial infection that is treatable with antibiotics. Additional tip: to prevent tick bites, dress your child in long sleeves and pants when spending time in wooded or grassy areas. Use insect repellent containing DEET and treat clothing and gear with permethrin. After being outdoors, do a thorough tick check on your child's body, paying special attention to areas like the scalp, behind the ears, and in skin folds. Remember, again, do not panic. We're not downplaying any of these tick-borne diseases, but the best thing you could do is prevent by, again, using DEET or treating your clothing with permethrin, doing thorough tick checks, and if you suspect anything, consult your doctor and know that most of these things are treated easily with antibiotics. I hope you learned something today, and we have lots more to share. You can get your Bite of Health every day, Monday through Friday. If you like what you've heard here, let us know. Leave us a review on Apple and be sure to tell your friends. Remember, there is no single or best way to parent. Parenting is a journey, and we are all just doing our very best.
If you like this podcast, can we recommend another one? It's called Big Picture Science. You can hear it wherever you get your podcasts, and its name tells part of the story. The big picture questions and the most interesting research in science.
Seth and I are the hosts. Seth is a scientist. I am Molly, and I'm a science journalist. And we talk to people smarter than us, and we have fun along the way. The show is called Big Picture Science, and as Seth said, you can hear it wherever you get your podcasts.